everybody, it's Christine Barger, and today I have a short story time about one of the auditions that I did. I am an actor in Hollywood. I've been in TV and movies and stage shows, all sorts of things, and I'm also a ventriloquist. So in order to book TV and movie roles, I have to audition for people, like interview for them. But before I get to the story real quick, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks for being part of the fam. All right. I did a very short, like, I don't know, 30-second version or something of this story time for a TikTok. So if it sounds familiar, this is the full story of what happened. So I used to do a lot of goth characters, and I had an audition for this show called Dexter. It was starring Michael C. Hall, and it was the first season. I think only one episode had aired so far, and I was going into audition for Dexter, and I was really excited. I love Michael C. Hall. I was a huge 6 Feet Under fan, and I was like, I'm gonna be auditioning for Dexter at this office that is like one of the biggest television show offices in Los Angeles. Like the casting directors there cast Glee, and they cast just a ton of shows. Okay, so I go in, I'm all gothed out, you know, I was actually going for Pierced Chick, that was her name, and I went into the office, and it's a very small office. Like there's a bunch of them, it's like a big office space, but this particular office is fairly small. So I go in and I was like, hey, you know, I'm reading for the thing and all stuff. And they have a camera set up. So there's a camera and the casting director like behind the desk and then me. But they were like, well, you're a little too close, just back up. So I backed up and they were like, okay, you're still a little close, back up. So I kept backing up until they were like, okay, that's good. And I didn't realize that I had backed all the way up like this far from the wall. Like I was just like an inch or so from like hitting the wall. But I didn't know I was that close. So I was really far back in the room. And the role was I had to say, I have to take a squirt, kiss Masuka, which was played by C.S. Lee, and then turn and leave. So in the audition, I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but okay, sure. So I'm like all in character, and they were like, you know, go. And I'm like, great, I have to take a squirt. And then I like did like an air kiss, like to acknowledge the fact that I knew I was going to kiss the other actor. I was like, whatever. And I turned to leave. But I was this far from the wall. So I turned and I hit my face on the wall. I got super embarrassed. I'm playing this tough pierce chick. I got fake piercings and I'm all gothed up, you know, and I'm like, just smacked my face on a wall. I turned around and they made some like joke to try to lighten the mood about how like, well, the wall matches my shirt because my shirt was red and the wall was red and I'm sure my face was red. And so I was like, yeah, just excuse me for 1 minute. I don't know what was wrong with me. Like my brain glitched, it malfunctioned. And I said, excuse me for a minute. I turn around, I put my leg up and I go, just hold on a moment while I do something to the wall. And I went on to like inappropriately thrust into the wall. And then I turned and I said, great, thanks, I'm done. And I left. And then I walked out of the office. I walked to the elevator, down to my car, got in my car, and proceeded to bawl my eyes out. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why would you do that? What were you thinking? Like, I'm just yelling at myself in the car. And I was there for a pretty long time. My phone rings, because my cell phone, you know, I answered my phone, and it was my agent. And he said, so, what happened? I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, they want to book you. And I'm like, what? And so I yelled at him, profanities, and hung up on him and threw the phone because I thought he was messing with me. I thought he was like making a joke. Like they'd called and said, don't ever send her in again. She's crazy. Don't ever send that girl into our office again. Not what happened. They really did want to book me for the show. So he calls back and I'm like, what? He's like, they want to book you. And I'm like, they really want to book me? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Well, yeah, I want to be on the show. I want to be on Dexter. And I'm like crying still. He's like, okay, what is wrong with you? I'm like, nothing, no, don't worry about it. I just don't worry about it, you know. And so I booked Dexter, and I got to work on Dexter with Michael C. Hall and C.S. Lee, and like the amazing cast that was season 1, and I'm moving forward too, but I only got to do that one episode on season 1. Amazing cast and amazing crew and amazing storytelling. It was awesome. Actually, when I got to set, another weird thing happened. So I didn't have my fake piercings in because I'm not really pierced. So I mean, I have my ears pierced, but that's it. And so I go to makeup and they were like, where are your piercings? And I'm like, oh, I mean, they're not real. I have them in the car with my wardrobe stuff. And she's like, go get them and put them on right now. Don't let anybody see you without your piercings. I was like, okay, okay. So I ran out and put my piercings on. So I'm walking around with these fake piercings, like squeezing, because there's like a little spring-loaded nose ring, like squeezing in there. And like, I don't remember, maybe it was here. I don't know. I had them like all over like my lip. And I was like, I think there's like a permanent mark on my lip from wearing that fake piercing all the time. It's where the zit is. Yeah, underneath that zit is a permanent mark from where I always wear a fake lip ring for all my goth stuff. But anyway, so then we get to set and we're doing rehearsal and I'm like doing the thing and I go to kiss CS and he like turns and I was like, okay. And like I like left and did like I went to take the squirt, you know, I left. And I was like, oh no, what did I do? I did something wrong. And then I came back and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just had some coffee and I just want to brush my teeth. I was like, oh, okay. And so it was cute. And he was like a little nervous about kissing on screen, but he did an amazing job. If you happen to be watching, you were great. No, it was really like fine, but I was really nervous too because I was like, oh man, I like made the actor uncomfortable or something. Like, So anyway, I know that I put off a lot of confidence and that as an actor, I'm pretty confident, but we still have insecurities because we're humans. So I was like, I don't want to do anything wrong. But I couldn't believe that I like got that job after I did that in the office with the wall. It was super embarrassing. I don't know what's wrong with my brain sometimes. Anyway, that is my story about Dexter and that casting and everything. I hope that you enjoyed my embarrassing story. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. I also wondered if you've ever auditioned for anything and had an embarrassing story, or been to an interview and had an embarrassing story. Have you ever told anybody? I guess if you have any embarrassing story, have you ever told anybody your embarrassing stories? Or is it too embarrassing? All right. Have a great holiday, everybody. Actually, is the holiday over? When is this going up? Well, I'm pre-recording it because Christmas chaos. So this will go up soon. And when you're watching it, it's already up. So it may or may not be after the holiday, but probably still before New Year's. So happy New Year's then, if Christmas and Hanukkah and everything are over. All right. Another awkward moment in my life, trying to end this video. All right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, turn on notifications, all the things. Find me on Instagram, all the stuff, and go be a light in the world. Thanks for watching.